Moving to New York City is so hard. It has literally been my dream to live in New York and to move to New York City since I was in high school. And I am finally living in Manhattan. But on top of moving here, the second thing that's also really hard is finding a really good job in New York City. Now, a lot of people want to move to New York City because it's where dreams literally happen. If you want to star in Broadway, this is where you want to go. If you want to be on a billboard of a magazine as a model, this is the place to start. And if you even want to move up the corporate ladder, you can do it all in New York City. Now, because of that, it is actually really hard to find a really good job because you're competing with so many people. I think there's actually like 6 billion people or million people, don't quote me on that actually live in this tiny little island. So finding a really good job, even though there's so many great jobs in New York, is going to be really hard. Now, a lot of people, when they reach out, they actually ask me, how can I find a job in New York City, or what is a job that I need in order to maintain a lifestyle living in New York City? So if you want to know how to land your dream job or a great job in general in New York City, then stay until the end of this video because I'm going to actually share with you how you can find a job in New York City by using the power of Instagram. Now, don't worry, this isn't about me convincing you to be a content creator or an Instagram influencer. This is just how you can use the power of Instagram or social media in general to get your application looked at. So let's dive in. Now, if you guys are new to our channel, my name is Joy. I live in New York City, and on this channel, we help millennials build wealth so they can live life on their terms. If you're interested in those type of videos, then make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come out. So most people, when they're applying for a job, are filling out their resume, they're probably putting their tasks and what they have done. In fact, I have a really great video that talks about how to build a sales resume so you can get an interview, and I will put the link over here so you guys can watch it at the end of this video. But to summarize, some of the spark notes that I wrote in that video was that you need to make sure that you are quantifying your results. No one really cares about what your day-to-day tasks are, because they can literally look it up online and find out what you do as a sales executive or what you do as a marketing coordinator. What you need to provide on your resume is the results that you provided for your employer and the company, so future employers will want to look at that. But that is just the bare bones of what you do when you're looking for a resume. A lot of the times people are just applying these resumes for their applications, and what's happening is a robot is actually going through the keywords of your resume to understand if you're even going to be a good fit to schedule for a baseline interview with the recruiter. Now, that is just a phone screen. That is not even like the full interview process. So what I would do if you are really interested in finding a job, definitely check out those 2 videos that I talked about for resume building, but also look at thinking about how you can separate yourself from other people on this job hunt. So when you think about it, let's do an example. Let's say that you want to go after a social media job for Glossier or something like that. So if you're applying to a job like Glossier and you want to be a beauty marketing coordinator, something that's very entry level, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be applying for that job. What I would actually do is I would take some time to go on LinkedIn. You just go on Google and you type in LinkedIn, New York, marketing, hiring manager or team lead, and you can actually find a list of people that are already in that role. I would confirm by going to their page and making sure that they're actually still in that role and it's not just something that they previously were in. And if you can actually find this person's social media accounts, for instance, like their Facebook or their Instagram, usually it's posted on their LinkedIn or it's on Google if you just search their name, you can actually find their Instagram page. Now, here's the thing that I want you guys to zone in on and how you can focus on using Instagram to get a phone interview. This is literally what I have done and what I've seen a lot of people neglect in this process. I would literally DM this person. Yes, DMs are not just for guys who are looking to shoot their shot. They are for you as well getting a job. I have a lot of people that reach out to me on Instagram and they tell me, hey, like I would really want to collab or I would want to work for you, but they don't provide me their resume. They don't provide me what their skills have been in the past and how they can actually put together some action for me. So a video that I did in the past was a budget of me, and in that budget with me for 2021, I actually mentioned that I wanted to hire a virtual assistant. But I had a lot of people reach out and they told me they wanted to be hired as a virtual assistant. No resume, no cover letter, nothing about their skills. They just literally went in to ask for the clothes, which is great. Definitely ask for the clothes, but provide what you can actually do. And our phones are so high tech right now. You guys could literally use the face camera, the front camera on your phone, and I would just like record yourself. I would do a recording instead of sending a cover letter. I would literally send a selfie video of yourself introducing who you are, where you live, what's your background, what your experiences is, and why you want to work for that person and how your skills can actually provide results for that content creator, that employer, etc. That is going to get someone's attention 10 times more than just sending them a message and saying, hey, I want to work for you. Because think about it, how many people are actually taking time to film themselves, put themselves out there, and put the face to the name? There's actually a lot of studies done by Harvard that say that when you have a profile photo or when you see a face, that the click-through rate is actually higher, which is why when you go on LinkedIn, Instagram, or whatever, you'll notice that most people have a headshot that is very clear of their face, and those people are more likely to get followers or to get people clicking on their LinkedIn, etc. So if you want to do that, make sure one, you're on Instagram, you're sending a DM, and you're also putting your face on a video. Now, if you want a video on how you can actually put together a video introduction of yourself, comment below in the comments that you do want to see that. Maybe type in like the word selfie or something like that so I know this, and share it with your friends if you know someone that's actually looking for help in this, so I know to do like a part 2 video about how to get people's attention if you're looking for a job. Now let's go into step 2 on Instagram messaging that I think a lot of people are missing out when they want to look for a job. And that is the power of doing an audio message. So I'm gonna open up my phone really quick, and this will actually show you how you guys can actually do that. Okay, so if you go to this megaphone over here and you hold it down like that, it's literally gonna record the message that you are going to say to that person. So what I would do is I would actually record yourself. I would actually hold down a record and record yourself if you're not comfortable with being on video, talking about why you want to work for this person and what your experience is and how you can provide a solution to what they're looking for. In fact, when you're following up with this employer, I would actually not even write a text message or a DM message. I would only communicate on audio, because if you guys haven't noticed, let's say I'm going to use a dating analogy here. Everyone's been in the talking phase with a guy or a girl, and you feel like your text message, the tone isn't being read right. I know that there's a lot of like work pun like videos on TikTok talking about like work anxiety when you send a Slack message to your boss and then you don't know what your boss said back, if they're meaning it in like a weird way. So that's the same thing when you're sending messages on DM or text message or email. You can't really show like the emotion behind it unless you're adding like a bunch of like enunciations or like emojis, which is like, it's not very professional. So I would actually take some time to record an audio message. If you're worried that your audio message is going to sound weird, what you can do is actually go to your phone and go to the app called Voice Recorder, and I would just record yourself, practice doing it, and then if you feel like it sounds good, then you're ready to send it on an Instagram message. And the best part, this is the last part, part 3 of all of this in the job hunt, is that you'll actually know when they're looking at your message, because the worst thing that we do is we send out a job application Or we reach out, we interview, we don't know if it went well because we literally don't know if they saw it. I mean, a lot of the times robots are actually looking at your application and it's not actually getting to the hiring manager or the recruiter. But if you're sending it through an Instagram message, then you're more likely to see if they actually saw it, because on Instagram in the DMs, there's gonna say a thing that says seen at the very bottom when they actually see your message. So you can always go back and verify over there. So I'll sum it up. If you are looking for a job in New York City and you want to stand out in 2021, I would definitely use Instagram to help you stand out within the DMs by sending a video message, a voice message, and also verifying it by seeing if they saw it or not. I hope you guys liked this video. If you've made it this far and you got value out of it, definitely give it a like and share it with your friends, because not only does it help our channel, but it also gets this information out to more people. And if you want a part 2 about this, then definitely leave in the comments that you are looking for that, and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you are notified when that video does come out. I will see you guys next time, and good luck on your job interview. Stay wealthy, my coins. Bye.